Yeah! Yeah! In the warehouse gym, we break the mold. We lift iron weights like they're made of gold. Nick and Will on the podcast vibe, talking about routines, yeah, feeling so alive. Sweat drips down as the baseline hits. Warehouse echo with the power of grit. Guys Night podcast with the knowledge to share. Training tips, yeah, we're taking it there. Warehouse hustle, lifted higher. Iron clashing with hearts of fire. Nick and Will, they got the plan. Training like we Superman.
That's the only time I smoke my
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Warehouse Workouts on Guys Night. It has been a cluster, so apologize for being 20 minutes late. If you wouldn't mind, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Nick, who do we got with us tonight, brother?
Well, first, this episode was brought to us by Grip Socks. We want to make sure we mention that, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Where are those Grip Socks?
So I'm an idiot. And I forgot the Grip Socks at the house. So, but we do have, we're going to do like a giveaway soon with some extra Grip Socks we have for some of our watchers and listeners and stuff. So, but yeah, Grip Socks are awesome. They're a sock made for the gym, all right? So it's like an athletic sock with grips on the bottom of it. And you can take it and when you train legs and go on your leg press, your feet won't, you do everything flat foot, they won't move around. So go check them out. They're really cool. They have a bunch of other cool products too on Grip Socks. GGRIPZ on Instagram, Grip Socks. And then, yeah, they have knee sleeves, wrist straps, all kinds of cool shit. They're great for posing, which we're gonna learn about today. And if you do invest yourself in some Grip Socks, code Guys Night, save you 15%. So.
Yeah, and I'll make sure I put that in the description. We'll make sure we tag, and we also got a little video coming out from we were at the posing clinic this weekend. So a special thanks to Center Stage Aesthetics and Old School Iron Gym in Cleveland for letting us out there and do a little show with them. And if you haven't caught any of those interviews with Big Mike, Dahan, we also had Dave Lieberman in and Ron from New York. So learned about a lot of competitions, learned a lot about posing, learned about all the work that goes into posing and the workout it is on its own. So tonight we didn't have everybody here ready to do a workout, but we did find somebody that wanted to get into posing. So I'm Will, by the way, and you are? Tony, pleasure to meet you, man. I appreciate you at the last minute swinging by and taking part, dude. So tell us a little about yourself. How long you've been into bodybuilding or working out, and is posing something new for you, or have you been competing before, or is this the first time?
Yeah, so I'm 25. I've been working out. I wouldn't say bodybuilding yet. Hopefully this guy can help me out.
Yeah, he's my newest client.
Oh, congratulations, dude.
Yeah, so I've been working out since high school, 16. Like, I started taking it serious after I quit basketball in college. Started seeing better results. It's more so just therapy for me. But I'm in sales. I live probably like 30 minutes from here.
Cool.
Love this gym. But yeah, posing. I've been trying to take videos and stuff for my Instagram and TikTok. Don't know what the hell I'm doing, so hopefully you guys can actually show me something. So it works out. So we actually just bought like a new camera and stuff too. So
cool.
It's a big year for myself as well. So I'm just trying to learn as much as possible. That's why I got him as well. So this is perfect, honestly.
Tony and his crew, they're up at the gym all the time making social media content, posting some really cool videos. They got like some nice production setup stuff.
Awesome. So
they're really cool. Yeah, I've watched them.
What's your Instagram handle if anybody wants to follow you?
Tony_Hewitt.
Hewitt, H-E-W?
H-E-W-I-T-T, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Tony_H-E-W-I-T or two T's?
Two
T's.
Yeah.
All right.
Two T's.
But you catch him up here. I see you up here almost every night at the warehouse. So.
Yeah, and it's a good point that he makes too. Like posing, I mean, everybody associates posing synonymous with bodybuilding, but even the influencers and stuff, the people that want to go online and kind of show off your results a little bit, you know, posing a big part of it. We were just talking before we aired, you know, posing is the art of illusion kind of a little bit, like where you're making your body look better than what it looks like. And I use the analogy of a car. When you go to sell a car, you don't leave it with a dirty McDonald's cup and shit all over the floor or whatever. You clean it up. You look good, right? It's gonna look the best it ever is.
Gotta pose those pictures just right.
Exactly.
To
you get that nice
online.
angle.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. So that shine, you wash, wax it, all that. That's what we're doing. We're showcasing our body in the best way that we can showcase it. Just like we're gonna, you know, like we're trying to get people to buy it. Essentially, that's what you're doing when you are, you know, creating content. You want people to click on your post. Right. Just like when you're competing in a show, you want the judges to pick you out of the lineup. So you're trying to essentially sell yourself in a way to the general public. So you want to hide your weaknesses and and really showcase your strengths. So.
Well, and this is a great follow-up because while we weren't expecting to do this tonight, like I said, we did get to spend the weekend working with Dejan and Mike and them at Center Stage and going through that posing clinic that they put on every couple of months. In fact, I think they're doing another one in April, I believe.
Yeah, they do it like every 2 or 3 months they do it.
Great. I mean, one, you can see the amount of work that goes into actually posing because you think it's just as simple as getting up there and doing it. It's not. These guys are in tremendous shape. They're sweating. They're breathing heavy. They're struggling to get through these different poses as they're getting rearranged and stuff like that too. So doing it for the first time is not easy.
No.
And that's another reason to have a coach. So once again, Nick is obviously available for coaching. I know he's picked up a couple of clients just here recently. But if you want to reach out and you want questions answered about certain workouts, certain routines, how to build certain aspects, that's what Nick's here. This is your chance to ask him without paying for it. But if you're looking for a coach and you want to take that next step, and I got to tell you, after spending the weekend out there and seeing what they're doing, it kind of made me, and speaking to Dave Lieberman, it kind of made me think about doing the natural show next year. And I was like, I think I actually want to do it.
Yeah.
And give it a shot. And I don't know if it's something I'm going to actually set as a goal or not, but
it's a nice show. He puts on a really good show.
It is, and it's kind of cool just seeing everybody go through the process. I don't know how I'm going to have to really mentally strengthen up my diet as far as trying to go through that prep cycle, but yeah, I'm excited tonight to talk a little bit more in depth. I know Dejan did a couple of introductions and a couple of things for us, but what are you going to kind of run him through tonight? Now, when you look at him, is there a specific physique that you kind of put him in as far as bodybuilding goes into?
Yeah, so, well, a little bit about like posing. So I use a posing coach named Daniel Coffini. He's literally the best in the world. He's like one of the top coaches there is, and I work with an understudy of his also, Caleb, and then one of my best friends, Steve Conable. And so those guys that pose me all the time along with my coach. So that's kind of where I've accumulated my knowledge from. And I've worked with other high-level posing coaches too. Goob, if you've ever watched Goob, that calls out all the Shifluencer people, he was my first ever original posing coach. And I had a guy named Josiah, his grass-fed's his handle. He's very, very good. I used him last prep. So a lot of the knowledge that I have that I'm going to bring to the table today is from a culmination of all those guys that I've worked with over the years of just, trying to perfect posing. And I was not a good poser to start. I had to really perfect that. So now what I will say is I'm good at bodybuilding posing. I'm very good at classic posing. I'm not great at men's physique. So we're going to skip men's physique posing. I can kind of go over like a basic overview of what it is. And men's physique posing is very basic. It's a front pose, back pose. There's not much to it. But classic and bodybuilding has a lot more as far as like the technicalities of it. So I don't want to pretend, like any time I have a client that does men's physique, I outsource their posing, usually to Steve. So, but I'm pretty good at classic and I'm pretty good at open. So we'll go over that stuff today. We'll run through all the poses. A lot of the poses overlap between classic and open bodybuilding. So for those listeners that don't know what classic bodybuilding is your Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chris Bumstead type of physique. It's very aesthetic. All the people in classic all have to be under a weight cap for their height. So there's no so you can't be as big as you want to be. Open bodybuilding are the freaks. Those are the mass monsters, the guys that look like they were built in a lab. And the posing styles for each class are a little bit different, right? So you have classic that's very aesthetic, it's very flowy, it's artsy almost, like you're a statue. And you have some of that in open bodybuilding, but there it's more like freaky muscle. Like you just want to showcase how big and how crazy you can look. So we could show some of the differences between the two. Like I said, a lot of the poses overlap. So you have a front double in both classic and open. So you might hit your classic front double a little bit different than your open front double because they do it a little bit, I'll call it fancier type of posing. So.
And shout out again, guys, to the Warehouse Gyms. We're here in Medina. Tony, you said you drive 30 minutes to come to this gym?
Yeah.
Where are you from, man?
I'm from Akron.
Akron? So
yes.
how did you hear about the Warehouse, and what has you come in 30 minutes, 5 days a week, 6 days a week to train?
Yeah, so one, I think it was Instagram. My buddy Drew's working out now. He found it, sent it to me. But to me, I want to come to a place where it's like a good vibe. Like, I want to see other people that are bigger than me. It's more motivating. But I was working out in Forever Fitness. I don't know if you ever heard of that. I think it's near like Kenmore or like down there. I don't know if some of the equipment's actually from there, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Closed down, yeah. So I really like that place. It kind of reminded me of that in a sense. But I don't know. To me, it's worth a 30-minute drive. Like, I just want to go to a place. I don't want to go to Planet Fitness or LA Fitness, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you're a gym.
You meet I've made so many connections here. Everyone's super cool, super nice. I can record, take my shirt off here. You know, not a lot of places allow that. You know, as corny as that is, but it's cool. So, but yeah, no, I love it.
Isn't it funny how, well, I just like say this, I know I've said this before, but like the more of a gym it is, the less judgmental the place is.
Yeah.
Like nobody gives a shit whether it's your first day here or you're a fucking IFBB pro. Like nobody cares here. Like everybody's here to train. You want to go take your shirt off in the fucking mirror? I don't care. No one cares because I'm busy doing my workout. You know what I mean? Cool. And if you look good, I'm like, all right, bro, cool. If you don't, then I'm like, hey, you know,
like
maybe make some progress, whatever.
When I was in college, like they'd pull, like I'm not even big, but they would do the lunk alarm thing on me. I'd have my gallon of water and tank top. Just stupid stuff like that. But
so yeah,
he brings all this random stuff from the gym. He should bring a lunk alarm in here just to put it on there.
Funny. Yeah, just put it on the wall. Like we'll just have one up there when somebody like quits on a set. We'll have like the quitter alarm. You know, we'll make fun of you then. But no, I mean that's really it. I see that all the time, and like everybody thinks the bodybuilding community or the gym community is so scary and mean people just because they're big and have muscle sometimes. But really, it's the opposite. Like it's total opposite. No one cares what level you're at.
And everybody loves to talk.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to share information. We talked about the community, you know, what they did over the posing clinic over the weekend and how you got coaches, bodybuilders, Olympia finalists all up there donating their time, not getting paid for it, just showing up in order to help other people. They do it at $10 a pop, which just pays the gym for the overhead. I mean, and here you see the same thing. Everybody just helps anybody. If anybody asks for a spot, if anybody else for help, technique, anybody's want to jump in. I've seen people hold cameras for each other. You know, so it's the little stuff that makes up a community. And I agree. That's what Warehouse is really good at doing, is building that community.
I love that.
So yeah, it's awesome. All right, so you said you want to get into this. Are you actually training right now to compete? Is that your goal, or you just have some interest in it? You want to see where it goes?
I just have always, like, I loved basketball growing up, and this has replaced that. So like, and I'm super like, there's not a day where I'm like, I'm not going to gym. Like it's just something I want to do, and if I don't, I go insane. So and then I just see stuff on all the time on like TikTok or even Instagram, YouTube. Like, if you're gonna do something, just record it. You know, if it blows up, it blows up. If not, you know, at least you have. And you know, in 40 years, I can show my kids, you know, what I look like.
Been listening to Gary Vee.
Hey, Dad used to look pretty good, huh?
Yeah. You sound like you've been listening to Gary Vee a little bit.
Yeah, it makes sense though. Like, why not? And then now I got, you know, a whole crew of my buddies. They're recording me. My other buddy does weddings and stuff. So like, we just went in on a nicer camera, and you know, I'm kind of invested in it now. But I don't really have a clear picture of what I want to do with it. I just already enjoyed working out.
Yeah.
I'm just working out. Now I'm just recording it and just kind of seeing where it goes.
Kind of a goal just to build a better physique, right?
Yeah, and that. So like now I'm dumber than a box of rocks, but I can, you know, I'll come in here and lift weights, but now I met him through the gym. Now I'm going to learn something, and like, I'm probably going to get bigger now. Like, I've probably plateaued the last couple of years, and coming here and switching equipment has definitely...
Oh, it re-energizes you too.
Yeah, it got me way more excited, way more motivated. So now, like, and it's the new year too, so everyone's obviously motivated.
Of course.
Like, yeah, so I don't know.
Well, it's funny too.
Where it goes.
You mentioned like recording it as you go, and I was just listening to I was reading Gary Vee's book, Crushing It, right now, and he says the same thing. He's like, you know, it's funny, all these people that made it big are finally doing something. They would do anything to go back to day one and talk about like the first time they picked up a weight in this example, or the first time that they had the idea for this business and they started drawing it out.
Yeah.
Just to have that information on video to go back on is like awesome. So yeah, now the fact that you have this, if you do decide to compete, or if you do make something of yourself and really become something, then you get to look back and be like, dude, this is my journey. I have it all on tape, you know?
Bro, and you're so young, bro. You already have a pretty good physique. You're very young. 25 years old, that's prime. I mean, shoot. I mean, guys hit their peak in bodybuilding. Yeah, guys hit peak their bodybuilding careers at 35, 36, 38, stuff like that. It's usually when they hit their peak. So you have so much time to go to where you can get to that. So who knows? Maybe you'll be a competitor. Maybe you'll be a big influencer. Maybe you just have cool shit to show your kid. But at the end of the day, at least you have something to walk away with.
Yeah, so. and it's passionate, right? Like, it's passion that leads you. It's, you know, you mentioned like, oh, I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I find that you get really, really smart when you're passionate about something.
Yeah.
You know, like, Nick is obviously a talker and he's obviously smart, but his research, like, if I asked him to do the same kind of research and have the same kind of knowledge on, like, I don't know, building a bridge or doing arts and crafts, chances are he wouldn't be able to tell you the different types of glues to use, the different kinds of material to stitch together.
I wouldn't
or whatever.
care,
But he's passionate about working out. He really enjoys helping other people, and like the wealth of knowledge that he has because of doing all that research. And like he said, he gave a shout out to a bunch of different people that have helped him along the way.
Yeah.
That building that knowledge, like that just comes with passion. Like the more passionate about something you are, the easier it is to retain that information.
Yeah, and then you get this sense of gratitude when you can pay it forward a little bit, you know?
Yeah, of
and
course.
you know, I've helped a ton of people, even just standing here while you're setting up. I had probably 3 people come up and say, hey, what do you think about calves? How do I train calves? How do I train? Get over there, ask me how to train forearms. Like all like kinds of random, you know, questions or whatever. And I love it. Some people might be annoyed by that, but I really enjoy when somebody comes up to me and asks me like a question, you know? And sometimes it leads to just them being a better person and better gym goer. Sometimes it leads to business. Sometimes like, oh man, you know, like I've asked this dude like 10 tips, they've all worked. I'm just gonna hire him as a coach. And that works out too, and then I can really do some damage. Once I have a client, now they're doing check-ins, now I'm monitoring everything they're doing. Now we can really make progress, you know? I can help you here or there with a couple of tips here or there, but you know, once you get a coach or get somebody that's monitoring you, like a mentor, you'll take off. So.
Which, by the way, for those people who have all the questions and like to hit Nick up in the gym and see him on Instagram and ask him a question, we have a spot for that. It's every Wednesday night here.
That's right.
At workouts at the warehouse, when you can comment in with whatever questions you have. You can reach out to us, DM us if you want to be part of the show. You want to do a workout. I think next weekend we got Tom Nichols joining us, who's wants to be just destroyed, was his words,
yes,
on triceps and chest. So you better believe that Nick's gonna put something together that makes him cry. And it's gonna be fun for all of us to watch and see, and you'll have an opportunity to ask questions and things like that along the way as well. Same thing goes tonight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Give shout out to Tony, and make sure you put him on blast as well. I see a couple of people that shouted his name out. So, yeah, well, let's get into this, man.
All
so
right,
we're gonna move over to
Yep,
this awesome posing room, or what?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, we didn't even plug the sweet posing room they just finished.
Yeah,
This
dude.
awesome floor.
This floor is amazing, dude. Let's see if I can get a shot of it.
Yep. All right, Tony. Here we go.
Strip it down.
Now. Perfect.
All right, let's see where we're gonna put this in order to get an angle done. All right, do you want
I'm an athlete.
That's right.
He said I'm an athlete.
Yeah, like, we'll get him up. Honestly, you slap a little adductor on you and they'll look twice as big.
Yeah.
That's half the battle. I had small legs, so I started training my adductors hard, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, there they go. Plus you're tall, so it takes longer
I
to
just
fill
have
out.
never taken leg serious. I have been the last probably 2 months.
Yeah.
And I have seen a difference,
Well,
but I just gotta stay consistent.
One thing that you have going for your physique while Will's setting up is you have nice round muscle bellies. So you can see your triceps, your shoulders, your chest, everything kind of just hangs. It's nice, round, nice shape. That's a cool base because like you can't teach that. Like I can't like teach you how to have a better looking physique. Yeah. Some guys are huge, but they just look like crap. You know what I mean? I don't care if I get shit for this or not. There's a guy, IBB Pro bodybuilder, his name's Michael Crizzo. Michael Crizzo is massive. He's an Olympian, he's very good. His body is the ugliest physique I've ever seen in my life. And it's just like, he'll never win the Olympia because it's such an ugly physique. Nick,
Like a big block?
Yeah, just like a big block. Aesthetically, it's not pleasing. His proportions aren't great. Nick Walker is kind of the same way. He's got a big wide waist. His legs are a lot shorter than his upper body. Like it's just not proportioned great. Versus like you get some of these other guys like Samson and C-Bomb and all these other bodybuilders that are so well proportioned. And you just can't. Sometimes you just can't teach that. You can't teach that.
Genetics.
Genetics. Yeah.
Yeah, genetics for sure.
So you got a good foundation for sure. All right. So the basic poses to start with are the quarter turns. So you're gonna start with the front relaxed. So basically, we build all our poses from the ground up. So you want your feet about shoulder width apart.
Done.
Is this good, Will? Can you see okay?
Yeah, you're fine, brother.
Good. Okay. We're gonna push our hips back. All right. So you have this muscle right here. It's called the rectus femoris. It goes from here to here. So, and we want those quads to come out when we're lean, right? So, you even got a little quad sleeve. That's good. So you want to push your hips back and out. That's how you stretch and get that rectus femoris out. So hips back, right? And then, we're gonna drive, like we're gonna take the floor like we're trying to separate it. Like there's tape on the floor, we're trying to push it apart, all right? And you're gonna come up with your big chest, arch your back. So from the side view, like this almost, right?
Okay.
And then you're gonna put your hands up and bring your lats out. So hands up to the side, a little bit farther out, we wanna see these lats. Just go ahead and let them rest. Beautiful, hands down a little bit.
Dude,
Just
it's amazing
kinda hang.
too. Like when you see some of these guys pose, like It's like those
Close your
lats come
hands
out
like
of nowhere.
Small hands. Yeah. So, and that's something we want to work on too. Spread this back wide. There we go. Back real wide. Good. Yep. And then just kind of let them dangle your hands. You're kind of up here riding a motorcycle. I'm going to be down here flopping. Yeah. Yep. And then push your shoulders forward. So it's going to come down, 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 down. Almost like if they put your hands in your pockets. I'm going to try this. Put your hands in your pockets. Take them out. Right there. Cool. And then up. Bring up your elbows, but not your wrists. Get them wrists down. Nope. Wrist down. Yep. There we go. Good. All right, so that's a front relaxed pose. That's a good, and mind you, Tony has never posed before in his life.
Yeah,
so this is
great,
brand new,
yeah.
so this looks excellent. And you can start to see, our goal here is to create this X frame. So we want to get that quad sweep out, we want to get these lats out, we want to get some delts and shoulders.
Yeah, you can see when he kind of arches that a little bit more, those lats really extend.
They come out, yeah. Yeah. I can't do it because I got my mic, I'll take my shirt off. But yeah, so all right, so let's do a quarter turn here. What you'll do for a quarter turn is, and real quick for the lats, what you do is when you come out, like if you're in like this, you can't see it.
Okay.
Come out like that, boom. So see how my lats are away? There. See? So my hands are down, up and down. My hands are like, try to get your hands even with your belly button. Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
That's
That's awesome.
right there. It's cool when it clicks too. So yeah, sometimes you gotta work it and find the cue. Yeah, that's an excellent pose. You could win a local show with that pose. I like that a lot. All right, next one is quarter turn. So you're gonna turn to the right. You're gonna, for your feet, you're gonna put one foot front foot flat, the back foot slightly behind.
Okay.
So not quite that far.
This is where those grip socks would come in.
Yes.
Really good hand right here.
Bump this up just a little bit. There you go. We want no space. Space is an enemy. So, no, back a little bit. You were good. Yep. And then legs straight. Okay. Then I want you to arch your back like this. Okay. Then I want you to put your hands in your pockets and twist. Okay. And then I want you to think diamond emoji. So like, try to make a diamond.
Like with my arms?
Yeah. So like, you're gonna twist. Diamond. Yep. And then pull your hands out a little bit. So one hand in front of the other. Like you're holding the pole. Yep. Up. There we go. And here. And here. Definitely don't want to cover that. I don't want to rotate. Keep these hands even. There we go. Arch. Belly button that way, shoulders this way. So you're twisted from the top. Almost like you don't want your belly button to move. That belly button. It's tough, right?
Hey,
Different type of mobility.
That's what I was talking about.
Different type of mobility. It's hard, yeah.
So where's the, just move my arms. That's what
Okay,
I
gotcha.
want.
All right. So, go ahead. Arch. Yep. Out. Like this. Hands out. So when it's behind your glute, you don't want to touch it. It's a big hanging. Just like how we're hanging like this, we're doing it like this, basically.
Okay.
There you go. And then, yeah. Keep that belly button this way, bro. The key, what we're doing, is keep that waist small and then shoulders wide. That's the goal here. So we want real wide shoulders up top. We want that waist to look small. We want to get some size of the legs. So we're going to twist. Yep. Low, this is actually not bad. Lower this, put this out just a little bit farther. You know, bring this one in just a little bit. Beautiful. Beautiful. You're easily coached on these. That's not a bad pose. It looks really good. But yeah, that's the concept right there. So, and then you're in there now. One thing you're doing is you're a little tight.
Yeah.
You want to get out. So don't hide away. Show them everything, you know? Yep. Belly button to the wall. Yep. Beautiful. And then when you actually hit this on stage, it's tough, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I get my ass kicked out. But you look this way. So you look like that. Yep. Cool. We'll move to the next one. We're gonna hit that one again on the other side. So next one is the rear relaxed. So you're gonna turn around. Do the same thing as the front. Feet, pretend like there's a piece of tape and we're trying to spread it, right? And then come up, big chest, elbows out a little bit. We're gonna spread this back. Yeah, good back, dude. Spread this back, and then I want you to tilt from here. There you go. So now you have all this thickness. Try to get a little bit wider with your back. So try to pull these lats out. almost like,
I've always struggled with that.
yeah, almost like you're trying to do a bench press. So if you stay right there, so if you look at my lats,
Yeah.
they're in, I want to push them out. This is in, this is out.
So do I go out first and then out, or?
It's kind of like, my hands are like normal, I would say. Let me see you do it. Go ahead. There you go. That looks actually really good. See the scap? Try to spread that. Other way. You're pinching it. There we go. Get that wider. Yeah. Arms down. Yep. Hands down. Oh, you're pinching. Yeah. You had it. Yeah. It was crazy. Wait till you watch this video back. You're gonna see. You're like, oh shit, there it is. Because when you have it, your back is about 3 inches wider. So don't pinch. Come open. There you go. Beautiful. That actually looks really good. Look how big his back looks. This dude's gonna win me a men's physique overall, for sure. Maybe classic too. All right, quarter turn. So same thing as this one. 1 foot in front, other foot in front. There you go. Yep. And then dive in a little.
This one's hard as fuck.
I know, this one is tricky. This one is a tricky one. This is the front relaxer.
Wait, which one goes over?
That way. So you're gonna face the judges, which are over here. We're pretending to go over here. So, yep. You're gonna twist, and hand behind, hand in front. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna put this on my necklace.
Am I arching my back again?
Yep, arch your back. Yep.
Oh, that was
One
actually
hand in
really
front.
good there for a hot second. It was like right on.
Yeah. Arch, and then come around. There you go. Good, and then take this front hand's really close. You're gonna move it out. So pretend like there's a bar out here,
Yeah.
and you're holding it.
Okay.
So like go out here, grab your bar, pull it in.
Oh my God, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Relax your traps. There we go. Beautiful. It's much better. Just pull these hands down. Right there. Oh, there we go. Money. Keep that belly button. Yep. No, that's not a bad pose. And then level the shoulders. Boom.
Now, is this
Rotation.
where you want to put your head out kind of too, like you're looking off in the distance?
Yeah, you can look, keep your nose up a little bit, or kind of straight is fine. That's a small detail, but for Tony, put his body in the position is the hard part. And then yeah, once you perfect him, then you hold him for 3 seconds. 3 seconds, you know, and kind of just go through the pose. So okay, so now we did all our quarter turns. We're gonna go back to the front. This is gonna be a cardio workout. You didn't know. Yeah, we're gonna do a front double. All right, so front double is when you hit your front double. Same kind of thing. We'll do regular bodybuilding style, we'll do classic style. So we're just gonna hit our front double. We're gonna do the same thing we did, remember in this one?
Yeah.
We're gonna get them quads spread, right? Don't bend like this. You wanna be up. You want those adductors to basically touch. So kind of take a half step in. There you go. And then push your knees out without actually like moving your feet, right? And then push your hips back. That'll bring that out, right? Okay? And you're gonna come up into a double. Yep. Hands in, so wrists in. Actually, not a whole lot I'm gonna correct on this. Push your hips back just a little bit. Bend forward, wrist back, and out. Yeah, see how wide your lats just got there?
Yeah.
That's what we wanna get. And that's that same feeling here, it's that same feeling here. So,
That's killer, dude. For not
That's a good-
training, like I mean, he's got some great quad lines that are popping
bro,
already too.
he's got talent, bro.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
super excited to get him, not gonna
Yeah,
lie to you.
dude. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to fill his head up too
Dude,
high.
I mean, honestly, he could get on the stage April 5th and do some damage
I know,
at
yeah.
Lieberman show.
I think in the fall, if you wanted to compete, I think if I had a nice offseason to do in the fall, I think you could do really well. But yeah, anyways, all right. So let's let's try a front double again. Ready?
Yeah.
Come up into it. Now hips back, right? Chest up, big proud chest, right? And you got to think. One thing that we think about when we're posing is our judges are down here. So if I lean back, they can't see me. If I lean forward, that shoulders and those chests, we'll see. So hands turned in. Yep. That's good. That's a good pose. And then if you want to hit more classic style, some guys what they'll do is they'll put their weight on their back foot and they'll point their toe this way. And this toe out here, they just kind of almost like a ballerina, like it's just pointing for stability. You come up, you hit it like that with this twisted hip. So right foot back, yep. kind of lean into that hip a little bit.
Lean to this one?
Yeah, like to the right. Yeah, so, yeah, almost like you're just leaning. You have all this weight on this leg. This leg you can pick up, move around.
Yeah.
It's nice and easy. I can sweep the floor with this leg, right? And I engage it, push my legs out, come up, hit it like that. There you go. Yep, come up on this toe, like you're pointing. Like there's a bug right there. Boom, up and out, a little bit more that way.
Which way?
This way. Right here, yeah. Go ahead, ready?
Yeah.
All right, up, pull. There you go.
They don't talk about the workout when it comes
know.
to posing, dude, do they?
Yeah. Straight, this leg straight. But then lean. There you go. Yep, that's a little bit of a classic, like front double. That's a good starting point for that one. You're better at hitting it the traditional way. So, yeah, I love it. Yeah. All right, I'll give you a couple breaths. I'll show you how to do a lat spread. So go ahead, you just watch for this one for a second. Same setup. Remember I was telling you how like in all the poses, if you can figure out how to do your legs in pretty much 3 different places, you can do pretty much every pose. So same setup. We're gonna spread the floor, get them quads out, right? Make our legs look as big as we can. We're gonna come down. We're gonna grip the from behind us, right about belly button length, hands down, and we're gonna push our lats out and our chest up. I'm tough at these ones too. So go ahead, yep, like that. Hands down. So go ahead and like palms down. You're punching yourself in the side. Yeah, like that. Yep. Up. Push this up. Open this up a little bit. Elbows forward. Bring your hands up just a little bit. There you go. Yep. Open up. There we go. And try to get like a proud chest. Yep. Keep them elbows away from you. There we go. Cool. Now that's one thing. See, now this is one thing that you'll have to work on. These lats from the front, we gotta get those to come out. So some of it might be stuck. Some of it might just be we need a little bit more development down here, which is something we'll fix in training. Some underhand stuff, we'll get these low lats to get wider. So that's like a thing like, okay, cool, I see you pose. Now I know some weaknesses in your physique. Now I know what we can fix so you can have a better, well-rounded physique, which is really good. That's where posing is nice. But for now, we want to try to get as wide as we can. But yeah, so that's gonna be the lat spread, like that. Now that's only a bodybuilding pose. That one doesn't you don't have that one in classic. So feet, yep. Look at that quad. See how nice that quad looks now? When you're doing like this, look at you have tiny legs. Ready? Hit it, go. Up. Elbows forward.
This one's so hard.
I know. Tricky one. Wrist down. Elbows forward. Think about spreading your lats. Spread back here. There you go. Yep. Good. That's a good starting point. All right, cool. Go ahead, relax. Side chest is our next one. So this one, foot is going to be flat. Back foot's going to be flat. And then your front foot's going to come in. You can do it either side. I always do it to the right, so that's how we're going to do it. This foot's going to split that foot. Now what we're doing, this adductor on this leg is going to push against this hamstring. Because we create illusion. Say, remember when you're a little kid, you're like, hey, look, I got a big muscle. That's what we're doing, but with our adductor and our hamstring. Okay. So we're going to come through. We're going to push that hamstring up against there so you get that nice hamstring drop, right? And then when you're real good, you can squeeze your glute and not your hamstring. If I squeeze my hamstring, it goes away. But if I squeeze just my glute, then I can get a shredded, like diced up glute look and then still keep that hamstring dropped. That's tricky. That's like next level. So you don't even worry about squeezing your glute right now. I just want to toss that in for the video. Yeah. So flat foot on the back. One thing I try to think about, I want all my weight to be on my heel. So sometimes I'll think about trying to pick up my toe. So I might even get in position like this, just so I know I want my weight on my heel. And I have that, my legs are together. This adductor is pushing up against this hamstring, right? No space. Okay, cool. We're halfway in the pose. Our base is set. That's how every pose should be. Get with your legs, get your legs in position, and then the rest of it. So then you're gonna take your right hand, you're gonna shake somebody's hand, you're gonna take your left hand, grab the wrist, you're gonna pull back. And then this is up like you're doing a bicep curl. Yep, so turn your wrist up. There you go. And then I want you to take this bicep here and scoop that chest. All right, so go ahead, scoop your chest here. And bring this close to you. Here. Good. Lower your hands just a little bit. Yep, and then you're kind of crunching like this.
Yeah.
Keep that low. Keep them shoulders flat because we want a big chest.
So awkward.
I know, it's very awkward. All right. All right. Good. And we're just gonna rotate. Hands down a little bit. Keep them on your hip there. And maybe just a tad higher. There you go. Yep. Hand up. Hand on your hip. And I always try to I give like a little window right here, my abs. Crunch those abs a little bit. And do that. But you want to keep level shoulder. And you fucked your whole feet up. That's all right. Set it up for the ground. That's all right. It's more difficult than it looks, right? Yeah.
I'm also not good at following instructions.
Yeah. No, you're fine, dude. Believe me, you're like significantly better than 90% of the first time poses I ever get. So take a little breather here. So watch me do it once, and I'll help you do it. So put the feet up, weight on the back foot, split the foot. You got your hamstring drop. Like you're gonna shake somebody's hands, palm up. Clench your hand, grab your wrist, pull. Now, key things here. I have no space. I have no space. I don't have space here. I don't have space here. I have no space. Everything's tight, okay? The other key thing, I want to be as wide as I can in my shoulders. So if I hide away like this, I look small. I want to come and look wide. That's the illusion. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, show them. Arnold, there's a famous video of Arnold where he's critiquing somebody, and they're doing an archer pose. And it's the same concept, but the archer pose, he's going like this. He's, no, show them what you have. Comes out, it's a show them, everything. So same thing here. When you come here, you don't want to hide. Show them. Show them that big arm on the back end. Show them that big chest. You got a nice chest. So what you'll do, what'll happen is when you scoop this chest, you push it over, and you're lean, you'll get a bunch of striations right down through that middle of that chest. I can kind of see something popping out right there. So, and then take this lat, jam that into your bicep, and that'll push that bicep out. Same kind of thing we're doing with our hamstring. So, feet, set your feet. Flat foot down, this foot over.
Wait, which foot?
Back foot is straight.
Yeah.
This foot is splitting, and then, but they're together.
Okay.
Right? So that hamstring, there should be no space here. So this hamstring should be jammed right there. Yep. You can maybe bend this just a little bit. No. And so some guys, they might have to bend in order to get that hamstring to drop, but you want to keep your feet together enough to where, like that, where there's no space. And then this up a little bit on this heel a little bit. There you go. Front foot, split. So, I know, it's tricky. It's all right. Foot up.
Workout.
Over. There we go. Perfect. Now take the rest. Pull into it.
Oh, there you go. That's
Beautiful.
good, dude.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That looked good.
Got the upper body nailed too. Big. Boom. Yeah. Hands close to your hips. Tight.
All right, guys. All you
Good.
guys joining us. We're just
All
doing
right.
some coaching.
Next
on,
one, that's the tricky
bodybuilding
pose. That's like the
poses.
most complicated one in my
Welcome to
opinion
Guys
because you have
Night
so much
Podcast.
going on at
We do
once.
this every Wednesday.
Side
from our
triceps
house.
the exact same way.
Gym
so
in
you
Medina,
hit the
Ohio.
legs the same way.
Feel free to give these guys some love.
But you grab
They put a lot of work
this
in
palm
what
up,
they do. Nick's
that
one of the
palm
greatest
down,
coaches around the area.
and just drive it down.
He's helping Tony, who's brand new, show off that physique.
Yep. Push this knee over top of that other one a little bit more. And then this one this way. This one that way, yep. And then like you're trying to do a tricep extension. Get that tricep out. Yep.
Okay.
And then see that gut? Suck that gut in. Right? Twist. There you go. That's a good
there
pose
you
for
go.
See, this might actually be one of your best poses.
Yeah,
If you
look
have
at
nice abs, this is a nice pose to be able to show up those abs. So crunch them real hard. Yep. And then jam that tricep. Bring this shoulder around. You'll see a little more back shoulder this way. There you go. Yep. And then ideally we want this light to come over a little bit more so you're hiding. You don't want too much space. You just want to just basically kneecap to kneecap. There you go. Yep. And then just push it over top. Yeah. And then twist here. Same thing as a side chest. So, but yeah, that's a good pose on you actually. From the chest, from the belly button up, that's a money shot for you, for sure. All right, and the judges are gonna ask you to turn to the rear. So, rear poses we set up, we did our rear relax before, right? This one's gonna be the same except for you do one calf back. So you think of like there's a straight line from on your calves, right? And you want a toe on the line and you want a heel on the line. And you're gonna turn your knees out. So other knee out too. You're gonna be up on this toe. So up on a tippy toe on this one. Spike that, yep. And then bring it right here. And twist this one out. Farther, farther. All right, and this one out too. Beautiful, that's what we want. So what we're doing, you ever eat chicken wings?
Yeah.
All right, you ever have a flat? And you see the flat, you hold it narrow, and it's like looks skinny, you hold it to the side, it looks bigger. That's what we're doing. We're trying to get that side. It's like the flat of a chicken wing, basically, right? All right, so now you're gonna pretend like you're picking up pennies with your toes. All right, so that's gonna get some hamstring activation. You wanna get that hamstring activation. Spread the floor, pick pennies with your toes up, right? Yep, that's all right. Stay balanced, yep. And you could put your weight like kind of on this foot, on your heel, to make sure you keep balanced. And this back foot, like a little bit less on your right foot, but you want that heel up, but that should be like your stabilizer. So I'm here, I'm stable, right? And I'm gonna come up and do a rear double, just like that. Go ahead. Open up. Yeah, there we go. Lean back a little bit. Beautiful. Turn your wrists in. Yep. Go ahead and pull back, wrist in, but this way. There you go. Beautiful. Hit them biceps hard. Look at that back, dude. That's a money back. Can't wait for you to rewatch this. This looks really good.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna see this back and be like, damn.
All right, and then same thing. So go ahead, rest. Lat spread's the same way, but instead of doing the bicep, you come down like we did the lat spread, up and out. And then instead of leaning forward, we're gonna lean slightly back. We want to bring our back closer to the judges. So go ahead and get set up with your legs, one calf back, up on your toe.
Same toe?
Yep, same toe thing, yep, up on the toe.
Okay.
Yep,
Picking it up fast.
a little bit back, a little bit farther. Come back just right about here, right? Knee out, there we go. And then go ahead and do a lat spread. Yep, yep, that's all right. Got this. Yep. Go ahead and grab your sides. Hand, like you're trying to punch yourself in the sides. Up. Big chest. Lean back.
Look at that back, dude. He's got some wide upper back.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And he's not even fully getting it out yet. We're still learning. But yeah, because this side's bound up a little bit, you can see. See how this side's a little bit wider than that side?
Yeah.
It's because it's either bound up, he might need some tissue work, or it could just be like him just not able to force that open yet. But yeah, that looks good. Yeah, really good. Okay, go ahead, take a break. We got 3 poses left. These ones are fun. First one's the ab and thigh. There's a ton of different variations on these. I'm just gonna show you the most common ones. So first one is, we're gonna just do that same setup as the front. Because it's easy, we can remember it, right? We're gonna spread that floor apart. We're gonna bring our hands like fists behind our head, right? So keep them fist up behind your head. Like you're like stabbing a knife in the back of your head type of thing. Okay. You're holding onto a joystick or something. And then you're gonna take your elbows, you're gonna pull them together. That's gonna bring your lats out, just like that, yep. You're gonna push your hips back, right? Straighten your legs up a little bit, stand tall, but push your hips back, and then stack your abs. Good. Very good pose. Now this is, they call it ab and thigh. This is a leg pose as much as anything. So you really wanna show them legs off. We got a little bit of space through there. So I try to stand up just a little bit taller to eliminate that space. No bend in the knees. Yeah. See that quad? That's nice. Yep. Hands behind the head. Stack the abs. Some guys will hit it like this. Some guys will hit it like teed. You want to arch, but you want to push your hips back, like almost like a wellness girl. Like from the side, it's going to look like this.
Oh, there you go, right there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, when you watch this bag, you're going to see these differences. You're going to be like, holy shit.
It's wild what a little difference, how much a little difference will look. Go ahead and rest. But like, so like, let's just say like on a front double, I'm like, okay, I don't know how to get my lats out. Oh, cool. I just lost or gained half an inch on my lats. You know what I mean? Where else can you put a muscle on in 30 seconds?
Yeah, right.
About to do it right here. You know, same thing with this. If I hit a ab and thigh and push my hips forward, right? I'm gonna shrink my waist by about an inch. Watch, ready? That's just from pushing my hips back. Hips forward, big waist. Hips back, small waist. So it's all about finding tricks. And when people see you, it's proportions. So like if your waist looks smaller, then that means your shoulders look bigger. That means your quads look bigger. Your chest looks bigger. So it's all proportion. So it's like if you see a chick and she's like 5 foot, she's got C boobs, they look like double D's, right? But you see a chick that's like 6 foot, she got C boobs, they look like B cups. They're both the same size, but they're a different proportion. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing.
Logic.
Logic. All right.
Posing for bodybuilding is like tits on a taller, short woman.
Yeah, tits on taller, short girl, right? Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, you're like, fuck, man, that girl's got a huge rack. You put the same rack on a girl that's tall, ain't the same thing. So, all right. Bodybuilding has the most muscular. Classic has favorite classic pose. So bodybuilding, most muscular. There's a few ways to hit it. That's where sometimes people hit the crab. I'm not a crab guy, but that's one. We can teach it. Usually crab, you'll have one foot in front of the other a little bit. Spread your knees apart, just like that. And then you come in and almost like you're doing a fly. Ooh. You show it, yeah.
Hey guys, make
crab.
sure you're
Sometimes
watching.
like this. Hand to the crowd, yeah. That's a crab. I like to hit a double clasp, so mine will go like this.
I see you on there.
So same type of thing in the front as all of our other poses. I put my two hands together. Some people do praying hands, some people do clasp, whatever. And then elbows out so you can make your arms look bigger. So hands tight, elbows out, and then stack your abs. Right? So there's that one, and then there's hands on the hip. This one actually might be a good one for you because you're a structure guy. So your structure is your asset, right? I'm small, condensed muscle. You're like, wow, he's got a really pretty shape, pretty physique. So we want to showcase that as much as we can. So for you, you want to take up space. So maybe try hands on your hips like this. Push your elbows out. Stack your abs. Put your hips back. And then hands open. Like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Down, right? And then like that. Yep, and go ahead and push your elbows forward. Then lats out. Let them quads. And stack your abs. That's not a bad pose for you. We just want to stand up a little bit straighter. Out farther. There you go. Cool. That's going to take up more space. So I like that one on you, actually. That's a good one. It's an easy one to hit, too. And so, yeah, and that's a good example of these poses. These two are great examples. Favorite classic and most muscular are great examples of finding a pose. Like, there's not exactly, like in a front double, there's pretty much one way to hit it for the most part. You can tweak it a little bit, but it's like this. But for most muscular or favorite class, there's a ton of different ways to hit it. But you want to hit it in a way in which accents your best features. So you're a structure guy, you have big, nice shoulders, hit it with the hands on the hips might be better for you. For me, I have a blocky waist. I don't have that good a structure. So for me, showing off muscularity is going to be a better way to go. So I want to look like a nice condensed ball of muscle. That's going to look better on my physique. So once you really learn all the poses, then you start to fine-tune the poses in order to fit your physique. Same thing with the ab and thigh. When you do the ab and thigh, you know, if you have nice structure, you might hit it head on, right? If you don't have nice structure, you might try to hide your hips a little bit by hitting it from the side, making your waist look smaller. Or I might hit it like this, you know? So there's a couple different ways to hit them that you have variations that you can use if it fits your physique. So last one, favorite classic. Now, there are 100 different favorite classics. So I'll let you pick a couple. I'll show you a couple to see which one you want to learn. You can do the Archer. You can do the Frank Zane. They have like the Crucifix. No, this one's a Crucifix. They have basically the same thing, but up top like that. You can do the Arnold pose, which is like this. You can do pretty much any cool old bodybuilding pose that we didn't just do. It's basically a favorite classic pose. So some guys will do.
Is the Arnold Classic kind of the big one for the most part when it gets into the heavy and the open?
Which one do you mean?
The last one you did?
Oh, the classic one?
Yeah.
You see the Arnold pose a lot, especially in classic. That's one, so that's a pose I would pick if I have a really nice back, which he does have a nice back. So that's one, it's a back pose. So whatever your strongest body part is what you should probably pick for favorite classic. So if you have a weak back, I would never pick that pose.
Right.
I would do like a teacup or something like that, or a Archer, or a Frank Zane, you know? So there's, you know,
what's the difference between the Archer and the Frank Zane? They look the same.
The Archer's pointed out like you're pulling a bow and arrow.
The other one's curled.
The Zane is a curl with a hand up. It's almost like they used to do front doubles. Sometimes you could do them like this. Nobody ever does it like that anymore. But it's kind of like that. So.
Oh, you got to bring it back then. Dude.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some weird ones that only certain people do. Kai Green does this, who might be coming back, by the way. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No.
But he's supposedly supposed to come back, which I'll be shocked if he does. But it's like a real thing. But he does his most muscular like this. And nobody else does it. It looks like shit on myself and everybody else that ever does it. It looks great on him. So, and he likes to be different, so that's how he does it.
Makes sense.
So what do you think? Arnold pose you want to try? Do you want to try to do a teacup? You want to try to do an Archer? What do you like? Let's try the Arnold. I like the Arnold. I think that your back's really good. So let's see if we can do it. This is a hard pose too.
Let's try to move them that way a little bit.
Come up a little bit?
Get it in there, yeah.
All right, come up a little bit. And then back foot straight, this foot spiked, right? Then we're gonna twist into it. And,
the other way.
You're gonna look toward the wall. Yep. Yeah. This is one of the hardest poses to do. All right, so we want this. So you want to show this bicep, right?
Okay.
You can point it down, and you want to bring a bicep up here. Yep. And then you want to pick it up just a little bit. Yep. And you want to open this back up more. Yeah. Now and this one's gonna come up. Turn your hands in. This way. Yep. Cool. That's actually not bad for a first time doing it. I'd probably try to stand up just a little bit. Yeah. Beautiful. It's that twist, that thoracic twist.
I can't move.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a mobility thing.
Yeah.
So if that's like, say you are my client, but just say we're doing a show, you're like, I want to do this on stage. I'd give you half a dozen thoracic mobility exercises to do to make sure when you twist, it's comfortable. You know what I mean? And you find stuff too, like when I do it, I don't ever really hit this pose that much on stage. I just practice it sometimes for fun. But I like to go up on this heel to the side because it allows me to twist farther. My foot's flat, then I can't get around as much. Like if I come up over here, then I can twist farther. So I go up on that side of my heel, and then I spike here and hit it like that. But yeah, it's not a great pose for me. If that one's tough, but you still want to show a back off, you can do the one bicep, this hand back here, this hand like that. That's a nice back pose. But the key with this one, you want to make sure you're not pinching. You want to come through, and you want to get that back wide. Try that one. See how yeah, the one I just did. See if you do that. So set up like a side chest, right? Leg position like a side chest, right? Cool. Back foot flat, front foot spiked. Yep, knee over top the other knee. Then you're gonna come up with a double, or bicep there. Yep, we're gonna twist. And we wanna see this hand from the back. Right, so we wanna have more twist, more twist, more twist. Boom. Beautiful. Straighten this out just a little bit. Twist. There you go. And then lower this. Good. It's not bad. Our leg's getting away from us a little bit too. You can try from here, we'll try a mantis. So hand up. So go ahead and get the side chest leg, right? Yep, knee over the toe, or knee over your knee, right? And then one hand up, back one up. There you go, and then wide. Yep, and then think of even arms. So you want them to like, almost like they're running parallel. So, hand up, there you go. Yeah, and sometimes when people will do this one, almost like a boxer, yeah. They'll hit this one, right? And then sometimes they'll take this back arm and do like a bicep too. So you can play around with that. That's fun. Yeah, those are some cool favorite classics. I like showing your back off for you, or even the side. Like if you did the archer. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna put all your weight on your right foot, right? So you're gonna lean into it. So like just stand on one foot right here, basically. Yep. And take this foot and point it out. Beautiful. Perfect. Just keep your feet right there. You're gonna come up, like go like you're pulling a bow and arrow, and a bicep, and then point straight. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. And then you want to twist a little bit because you want to look wide, and then try to spread your lats in the back so we get as much lat as we can. Yep. Point straight. Losing your arrow straight. Yep.
That might be your best pose right there.
That's a nice one.
That's a great pose for him.
That's a great pose. Boom, just like that. Beautiful. And the other thing too, when you're posing and you're practicing, so now you got like a basic fundamental. You can do your poses, do your mandatories. Go, okay, what I like to do is like put on like a bodybuilding show, right? You can put on a pro show, you can put on a national show, whatever, and just do them with them. So they're calling them out. Front relaxed, boom, you hit your front legs. Quarter turn, boom, quarter turn, whatever. And so you do all your stuff like that. And then I like to try to do like a routine too. So I'll put on music and I'll just freestyle to something. I'll come up and you can just do mandatories too. You can just freestyle like mandatory, like boom.
That's the hardest part for me to be able to keep my lats to come out.
Yeah.
I know they're there, I just can't get them to come out.
Well, and you need more low lat from the front.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a training thing that we're gonna fix. And we're gonna train together, we'll fix that. That's common. Yeah, they come out better there, for sure. It's funny, like, you're the exact opposite of me when I started. When I started, I would get, like, I had a hard time getting my lats out and my front relaxed. And where you get them out easy on your front relaxed. But as soon as your hands go above your head, they go away. So try that, actually. That's a good exercise to do it. So, because you get them out really good on front relax, you do a front relax, and then just pick your hands up. Look at that.
There you go. Look at that.
But those smaller, this one isn't that
On this side?
Yeah.
It looks bound up a little bit. Like you got maybe you need to get some tissue work. Sometimes that lat can get rolled up. You get in there and get some tissue work, and that'll open that up quite a bit. That's a big difference though, bro. You honestly, and for all the people that like make fun of the guys that pose or whatever, come in here and try to pose, man. This shit's hard, dude. It's not easy.
Dude. I mean, obviously he's an athlete. He's in good shape, but
he's pretty good.
He was struggling with that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a cardio workout, dude. And honestly, you're pretty good compared to like a lot of people that start like their first day posing. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's tough. It's like it's basic stuff, you know. Like Will was giving you some stuff about like pick your head up or whatever. Yeah, we're gonna fix all that kind of stuff too. But when you first start, it's just learning how to get your body in different positions. And I like to use like stuff that made sense for me, like just visuals or analogies, whatever you want to call it. Where like like my posing coach told me, he said just think diamond. So I was like, okay, I'm in the front, I'm gonna look like a diamond, right? Same thing here. Think diamond. I want to look like a diamond. The back. Diamond. So okay, all these quarter turns, I just think I want to be a diamond emoji. So in my head, it's easier to get in that position because I can remember it. Yeah. I had one coach one time, we would do quarter turns, and I couldn't figure it out. It's the first time I ever did a quarter turn. He told me reverse jack off. He's like, pretend like you're jacking yourself off in the front. It's okay. And for whatever reason, I remembered it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So and I had a hard time. I kept going like this or whatever, and he's like, he's trying to think of something. He's like, just pretend like you're jacking yourself off. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, okay, cool. And I was in the right position. So sometimes it's just like something to jog the energy. Dude. Yeah, it's like, oh, I remember that. And I'll never forget it. You know what I mean? So to this day, every time we do a quarter turn, I think reverse jack off, That's fun. So, but yeah, I mean, it's, that's just how it goes. So yeah, that's the basic posing 101. Do you have any questions or anything you want me to help fix on it?
No.
Good.
I thought that was cool. I mean, I've been trying to like do basic stuff. I can't do it, so.
Dude, honestly, you did great. And the more you practice it, the better you get.
Yeah, now you have a video to watch yourself practice over and over and over again, dude.
Yeah, you just go take it. Yeah, take it. Rewatch it. I record all my coaching sessions too. Like when I work with my posing coach, I record them all. I have him critique me, and I fix it. He sends me screenshots before and after, so you see the difference and stuff. So go back, look at your poses. Like once we put you in it, like what you look at before, take a screenshot, and then after, you say, oh shit, look, my lats are bigger, my shoulders are bigger. You didn't put on any muscle between one pose or the other. You just figure out how to show it. Yeah. So you have all the muscle in the world, but if you can't showcase it, then do you no good, Right. So same thing with Instagram, man. Some of these Instagram influencers, they're all right, but they're really good at lighting, they're really good at angles, and they're really good at posing. They can figure out how to really get all that lat out. They can really figure out how to get them shoulders dialed in and round and capped when they're doing their lat spreads and stuff. So that's a big part of it.
All right, guys, you ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Get dressed. Back to it.
So tight.
Dude, isn't it like it's like a low back workout all day? Like that's funny because like if guys that don't train their low back or like don't do deadlifts or things like that, like they're like, yeah. In a good way though.
All right, guys.
You'll have them on your plan, but it'll be it's not gonna be super heavy. Because it doesn't have to be. It just needs to be strong. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be able to break any world records. Oh no.
Your boys stick around still?
They might be in the sauna.
Another benefit of the warehouse, the saunas.
Beautiful sauna.
Dude, I tell you what, I come here in the morning. I usually get in that sauna first thing, 5 o'clock. Nobody's in here.
I feel good.
Do my meditation. Come out here. I go to stretch. All my muscles are all warm. It's so much easier to get into a workout when I feel loose and ready to go before, especially when, it's been, 10 degrees here for the last 3 weeks. So it's been nice. But, dude, you did a great job, man. You got a tremendous body.
You got good physique, don't you?
Yeah, you're going to do really well with Nick training you. I can only imagine where you're going to look at.
Yeah, he hasn't even got his plan yet. So this is like day one starting physique. So I can't wait to see what he looks like in 3, 4, 5, 6 months. You know what I mean? Once I get a real grasp of him, once he learns the process.
Yeah, that would be great too. We'll be able to look back at this video. We could even do a side-by-side
We
video.
should have him on in 6 months,
Yeah, and do a side-by-side of posing versus it and kind of show people not only one, what you're capable of coaching, but two, the difference in what a little experience and training can do when somebody's trying to take that next step.
Yeah, it'll be a big deal. And he's very coachable. That's the other nice thing too. And listen, for any of you out there that want to get better and want to do something, make sure you are coachable. Make yourself coachable. Make yourself listen to what your coach says. It might not make sense, dude, but at the end of the day, it'll click at some point. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, that's why I'm doing this.
Well, as I say, just from the beginning to the end, there's a couple times he knew, you'd be like, no, put your foot like that, and he'd be like, oh, okay, and it would go right where he needed it to go.
Yeah.
So that he could focus on the other aspects.
Right.
Of the pose. So, yeah, just you're a quick learner. Obviously, if it's something that means something to you, you can learn it faster than maybe you learn about other stuff. So
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think he's got a really solid future in both classic and men's physique. Men's physique now, because your upper body's so well developed, you could go on a men's physique stage, and we don't get to do all those cool poses. Those are really easy poses: front pose, back pose, whatever. But you could be competitive at a show. Like if I prepped you right now for a show, I think you'd be competitive.
Yeah, and a great way to look at that too. I know you're going to the Arnold this weekend, right?
Yeah.
But Dave Lieberman's show up in Cleveland is April 5th or April 19th, one of the two. It's an all-natural show, so no testosterone, no anything. And you should go up there and check it out and just be like, holy smokes, I could do this right now.
Yeah.
I think you'd be really impressed. And if that's what you decide that you want to do with it, obviously.
Yeah, and there's a ton of really good shows in the area too. You got that. You got North Coast is probably the premier show in Northeast Ohio. It is an untested show, but it's excellent. Actually, the winner of that show gets to get an interview with RX Muscle. There's an interview, which is, they're like a huge bodybuilding channel. So Dave Palumbo runs it, really, really cool. So whoever wins overall there gets that. And then they pay for your way to nationals. So they pay your entry to nationals if you win that show. And it's like the local legend show. You're on every poster in every gym all across Northeast Ohio.
Oh,
so
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah. And you can win, and that's for each category. So open bodybuilding, classic, men's physique, whatever. If you win the overall, they pay for your way, and you get that interview and stuff, which is really neat. And a lot of times they have special guest judges. Last year they had Steve Weinberg, who was the head judge for the Olympia, came and judged that show.
Wow.
So you're an amateur getting judged by the best in the business anywhere. The gold standard of bodybuilding. It's him and Tyler. That's it. So they determine who it looks a certain way. So, and whenever you do a show, you get feedback too. Like you'll get, we talked about this a little bit, but you'll get judges' feedback. So when you can get judges' feedback from a guy that is the top Olympia judge, you know, that's valuable. That's invaluable.
Yeah, it's like getting critiqued in basketball by LeBron James.
That's exactly what it is.
You know?
That's exactly what it is. Or Greg Popovich come over.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Dude, all day, dude, I'll take that. Yeah. Yeah, whatever you tell me to do, I'm gonna do it, you know?
Absolutely.
Exactly, so.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up tonight. Remember, Grip Socks, link is going to be in the description, and we'll make sure that we have a post going out in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, guys.
And using the code GUYSNIGHT, 15% off.
Yeah,
Great for those leg days. Come in here, you want to do some deadlifts, you want to do them in your socks. What better than having a good grip on? If you're having a little problem in the bedroom keeping your balance on a solid wood floor,
They come in handy there, too.
another big benefit for you.
Yeah.
And
I'm a socks on kind of guy, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'll leave the socks on.
there you go.
Especially when they're grips, bro. You never know.
Yeah,
you
dude.
get in some crazy positions that way.
Hey, you know, what
Yeah.
can I say? The toes give way sometimes.
That's
you know?
right, dude. You don't want to be slipping. You pull a hamstring or something like that, you'll be on the DL. You don't want that. Your old lady be unhappy. You know? So.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks again, Tony. Thanks again, man. Appreciate
Beautiful.
you joining us
Thanks,
on
brother.
tonight.
Yep.
Next week's Chest and Tries with Tom, so make sure you guys pop on, and we'll see y'all later. Good night, everybody.